Here we are, day 35 of our 60-day healing journey to establish healthy boundaries. Day 35. This journey is for anyone who's having a problem with saying no. You say yes when you want to say no. You're drained because you keep on allowing people to enter into your space, take up your time, and you're not able to create healthy boundaries. If so, this is a journey for you. We're on day 35. The affirmation for today is, I honor my guidance in every situation. I honor my inner guidance in every situation. Now, let's think about this. Are you actually listening to your inner guidance system that's trying to guide you? Are you being obedient to yourself that's leading you? Your internal GPS system that's trying to show you the way. Are you actually listening to that? Or are you listening to other people? When you think about establishing boundaries, consider the fact that it is most important for you to listen to yourself first. Yourself is telling you when something is uncomfortable or when it's comfortable. Yourself is telling you stop or go, whether it be just your intuition or your body actually giving you signs that something is wrong. Maybe there's a knot in your chest, in your throat, your stomach may be hurting, your back may feel funny, you may start feeling hot or flustered. Are you listening to those signs that are trying to guide you? Because we need to be able to be obedient to those signs to form the correct boundaries. Because awareness is key, as we said before. Preparing and stating our intentions and just knowing what we're walking into is important. So you have to be able to listen to that ahead of time. Don't just get into the situation and then later on, oh, I got to form boundaries. But if you are prepared and present, then you may be able to actually feel or hear your inner guidance system that is trying to lead you. Along with that, just think about the times where you were leaving home and then you heard something say, grab that phone charger, and you didn't get the phone charger. And later on your phone died and then you realized, dang, I should have got that charger. Or perhaps you thought about going one route to get to your destination, and then something said, no, don't go that route, go the other route. Instead, you second guessed yourself and went that route that you thought about at first. And then you ran into traffic. This is what I'm saying. Your internal GPS system is trying to nudge you into your greatness. If you're not able to be obedient to those small things, those small nudges, such as getting your cell phone cord or taking another route, if you can't listen to those small things, how will you be able to listen to those bigger things that are trying to elevate you to the new timeline in your life, trying to move you into the better version of yourself? How will you actually be able to listen if you can't hear the small ones? So it's time to be present. A lot of times we think about what's going on the outside of us, and yeah, you should be aware of your outside, but shouldn't you be aware of what's going on inside you first? Shouldn't you know what's going on with you before somebody else tells you? I'm just saying, because this is a part of growth. When you get to the space of elevation and you know that you're destined to be great, you have to be able to listen and be obedient. Because there may be times when you're being nudged to do something and you don't have the resources to do it. You don't even think you have the strength to do it. But your internal compass, your inner guidance system is taking you there, telling you, this is what I want you to do. You got to be able to listen. It takes practice to get to that space because that's a bigger risk. It takes a lot of faith. And you have to be able to listen and trust your internal guidance system, because that could be a doorway to a better version of yourself, a better life, etc. But it takes you listening and being obedient. So that's the importance of listening to your inner guidance system. So I'm going to change that affirmation up a little bit. I trust my inner guidance in every situation. I trust my inner guidance in every situation. And this is for the balanced people. I'm not talking about extreme situations where people are doing negative things. This is all positivity and growth that we are talking about on this channel. The somatic practice is hands on heart, inhale deeply, exhale, releasing doubt. So hands on heart, inhale deeply. Exhale deeply, releasing doubt. So let's do that practice for 5 minutes to reset our nervous system, reset and regulate the nervous system. The visualization for today is picture energy cords detaching from anyone who drains you. So those people who continue to drain you because you allow them to, because we're going to be accountable. Time to break, time to cut the cord, time to stand in your own strength. Because see, it's a symbiotic relationship between the two. That person may be draining you, but you may feel like being a people pleaser that you just need to assert yourself. You need to be a part. You need to give of yourself. So it's a symbiotic relationship. But creating these boundaries requires you severing that symbiotic relationship. So the visualization technique is visualizing that cord cutting between the two of you. Well, how about, let's go a little deeper than the cord just releasing and the cord cutting. Can we actually burn that cord? Let's visualize that cord just burning, okay, between you and that other person, so that you can separate yourself, stand in your truth, stand in your light, stand in your strength. Do that for like 15 minutes if you can. The journal prompt for today is, when do I feel most confident asserting myself? When do I feel most confident asserting myself? When are those times that you have the confidence to assert yourself? Is it with your familiar friend group? Is it with your family? Is it with your loved ones? When are those times that you feel most confident? And let's think about also the times where it doesn't feel that comfortable, where you don't feel so confident. And let's compare the two. What's happening in the environments where you're not feeling comfortable to assert yourself, and compare the difference between that and an environment, where you feel confident. And not only in the environments, what's happening in you when you're not feeling that confident? Are you feeling like choked up? Are you feeling flustered? What is it that's making you feel like you cannot assert yourself? The tiny boundary practices practice saying, I need space without explanation. So we're going to practice saying, I need space without explanation. That's it and that's all. I just need some space. And if you have to continue repeating yourself, or the person keeps pushing, then I want you to evaluate why this happens. What's happening in this dynamic where you're not able to have your own space? Because I think that's something that we're all entitled to. That's my opinion. But I think we're entitled to having our own space, even if it's for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay? So evaluate those relationships that don't give you that space so that you can stand up for yourself, or be alone and recharge. For me, I have to have alone time to recharge. It's nothing personal. It's just that's the way that I recharge. I don't recharge in groups around a lot of people. That's just what it is. My children know that's how I am. It doesn't mean anything. There's no harm. It's just I have to be quiet and to myself to recharge. Because if you constantly giving and nurturing other people, etc., being of service to others, then you could be drained. So it's important to take time to recharge yourself. The tiny holistic tip for today, the bonus holistic tip for today is grounding. 2 to 3 minutes of grounding. We are going to plant our feet in the ground for 2 minutes. And if you do not have any grass, just imagine your feet anchoring down into the earth, connecting into Mother Nature, and you're being recharged, rejuvenated, renewed. Imagine how that feels. If you're in the grass, take it all in, allow yourself to reset. Thank you for listening to my video. Thank you for all of you who've subscribed to my channel. I will see you next time. Peace and love. Mwah.